I'm asking if there's a dua that I can read because I'm looking for a job and I'm doing a lot of interviews, but I'm not getting a job.
Okay. Have you been working before, or this is your first time?
I, yes, yeah, I've been working before, but I was laid off because of COVID.
Yeah.
And now I'm looking to get back into the job, but I'm having so many interviews, and after the interview, I don't get the job.
And what is your particular field, Shazida?
I'm working as an executive assistant in investment banking.
Conventional banking, right?
Not confident, the one investment working with analysts and associate.
I mean, I want to ask you a straightforward question. Do you have to deal with interest, directly or indirectly, in your field of work?
No, just
Okay.
secretarial work.
In a bank, which is a conventional bank, right?
Well, investment banking, working with other assistant, and so
Okay.
doing secretarial work like booking travel and so.
I want to be very honest with you, respected sister Shazida. You know, there is an ayah in the Quran in which Allah the Almighty says, ويدعو الإنسان بالشر دعاءه بالخير وكان الإنسان عجولا. Allah the Almighty describes my and your condition as human beings. Sometimes we invoke Allah and we make lots of dua, but we're asking Allah for something which is not good for us. Do you think Allah, who is Al-Hakim, Al-Khabir, the all-wise, the well-acquainted, would answer a dua because I keep insisting, even if it is not good for me? No, He would rather correct my dua. So I'm kind of afraid that working for a conventional bank, which is interest-based, and all the transactions are interest-based, even if I'm not dealing directly with the interest transaction, even working in secretarial work, facilitating whatever, is not permissible. So maybe you need to look into another field of work, area of different expertise. And subhanallah, the COVID period gave us the opportunity to work distantly, work online. And a lot of people have decided to work from home and they're making more money. Of course, I may expect you to say, okay, suggest to me what am I supposed to do? I don't know. But I have come across a lot of people whom Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala opened for them doors for provision, working distantly from home, teaching perhaps as instructors, call center. So I'm afraid you need to recheck the nature of your job in the conventional banking system. If it is a bank, an investment bank, which pays interest, then your job in this place is not permissible. No compliment. I'm not gonna lie to you. I fear Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And this is a sign. Maybe you've called for this reason. Not necessarily only for yourself, for others who are watching and it may help them, or they have a similar question. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says in Surah Al-Talaq, وَمَنْ يَتَّقِ اللَّهَ يَجْعَلْ لَهُ مَخْرَجًا وَيَرْزُقْهُ مِنْ حَيْثُ لَا يَحْتَسِبُ. So for fearing Allah, keeping our duty to Allah, avoiding challenging Him with sins, especially with regards to our provision, Allah promises that He shall deliver you out of your hardship. And furthermore, He shall provide you with rizq, which is halal, from means and ways which you could never imagine. Have many people, after they quit the haram, whether selling liquor, lotto tickets and tobacco, or working in conventional banks, they just left their job and they shut down their businesses and they said, Khalas, that's it, for the sake of Allah. The Almighty Allah picked them up and give them much better way of earning, 100% halal, that they never dreamt one day they would make that much money. And they would have that many people working for them after they themselves were working for people for just a little bit, for minimum wages. That's a divine promise. وَمَنْ يَتَّقِ اللَّهَ يَجْعَلْ لَهُ مَخْرَجًا وَيَرْزُقْهُ مِنْ حَيْثُ لَا يَحْتَسِبُ. Most of our concern as human beings is a rizq, is money, so that we can live in a decent place, drive a decent vehicle, bring our children in a proper way, put them in good schools, go for nice vacations. So a lot of people have to compromise and turn a blind eye and say, look, we live in the States, or we live in Europe, and the time is different. We're not living in Mecca or Medina. You are a servant to the Almighty Allah anywhere. And you're supposed to fulfill your duties and abstain from anything that upsets the Almighty, since He says, وَفِي السَّمَاءِ رِزْقُكُمْ وَمَا تُوعَدُونَ. The entire provision is controlled by Him. So He said, I will give it and I will grant it to those who fear me. Are you going to say, but there are non-believers, etc.? Correct. Who are earning a lot, they're earning unlawfully. Allah will account them. You as a Muslim and as a believer, you know what is halal and what is haram. You trust Allah and you will see. Maybe in a couple months you will call back and say, Subhanallah, Allah have given me much better than what I was pursuing. And I just realized that I was making the wrong dua. May Allah make it easy for you and for all of us to earn lawfully and to have the best job. Thank you, sister.